Social media, shampoo, and the false truth bubble. Josh, a brand manager, walked into his boss Anne's office with a big smile. He wanted to be the first to tell her the good news. The FB campaign for Friends, their shampoo brand, had generated unprecedented likes. Since the campaign started 1 week back, Friends had more likes than any of the much bigger shampoo brands. The campaign had a lot of shares too. This was early information coming in from their newly appointed digital agency. Anne was excited. The brand needed some good news, and finally she had something to tell the management team. She ran into the CEO's office and blurted out the millions of likes and shares the campaign had received. The CEO got further excited and grabbed the supply chain head to see if they would have enough stock to meet this crazy demand about to be experienced by the brand that was number 4 in the category and declining. But the recent likes were going through the roof, all from one campaign. Next, he called 2 of the board members about the new campaign and the millions of likes and thousands of shares it was delivering. The supply chain head in the meanwhile figured out that they could make enough shampoo, but the plastic bottle was outsourced to an outfit in Taiwan. They were the biggest plastic packaging supplier in the world and ran a very tight ship. He made the call to Taiwan and figured out that they could turn this around in 2 weeks, though at a much higher cost. An urgent management meeting was called. Josh was busy trying to work out the estimated sales jump which they had not forecast to figure out whether they had enough stock for this huge demand. With 3 million likes on FB, the Friends campaign was about 20 times more successful than any of the bigger competitors. If the conventional ratios of awareness and engagement to trial were valid, then Friends was soon to take over leadership of the category. At the management meeting, it was decided to go ahead and make at least half the volume potential, which was a substantial investment for the brand. Opportunities like this rarely come again, said the CEO. The sales manager was very excited and his key account team were asked to prepare small presentations for major customers, advising them of this deluge of shoppers about to enter their stores for Friends. A few in the management team were already dreaming of the bonus they might get this year. The timing was brilliant, just 2 months before the year end. They were going to smash the target. Josh and Anne were on a high. Anne, who normally never missed her Pilates classes on Tuesday and Thursday for anything related to work, simply refused to leave the office. She wanted to be beside Josh as they went about working through the logistics of stock allocation by customer with the sales team. They were not going to have enough. It was a nice problem to have. 2 days later, the digital agency head rang Anne and asked for an urgent meeting. Anne made sure there was some cake from the expensive artisan bakery next door to celebrate the success of the campaign. Anne, Josh and the CEO, who liked cake, were waiting, wanting to congratulate the digital agency. The agency head looked glum as he entered the room. "We have a problem," he said. "The likes and shares numbers are right, but they are all coming from teenage boys between 13 and 17. The artisan cake immediately vanished. So what happened? The core target for the campaign had been women between the ages of 18 and 30, with whom the campaign had only achieved 15,000 likes. The model they used in the video campaign was a girl who looked about 25. She had gorgeous hair, a prerequisite to shampoo modeling, as well as a pretty face and flawless skin. She was also a YouTube gaming sensation with a lot of followers, mostly teenage boys. She played games online and communicated using sexual innuendo while doing so. That was her appeal on YouTube. No one in the organization had heard of her until Friends hired her as the model for the video. And then once she shared the news about a Friends modeling gig with her subscribers, the likes on the FB campaign went through the roof. The teenage boys had seen her face and heard her talk while playing games. But in the video of the Friends campaign, she steps out of the shower in a tiny towel, which got the teenage boys excited, leading to all the likes and shares. The campaign likes reached 4 million before eventually being suspended. Anne vanished back to Pilates and Josh wished he could have a dislike button. Social media does provide instant analytics and creates the impression that engagement is possibly equal to an intention to buy. The benchmarks for impressions to likes to comments to shares to trial vary tremendously from category to segment to product life cycle to target audience. The variables are infinite and the social media advertising industry still nascent. Still, a lot of brands in the FMCG space suffer from herd mentality and end up running campaigns that do not deliver. Over the previous year, a number of major consumer goods brands have cut digital or social media spending due to transparency and accountability issues. Just make sure your brand is not haloed by a false truth bubble, so you don't end up selling sanitary pads to old men or mortgage insurance to teenage boys. This is the work of fiction, and any resemblance to you or people you know and work with is purely coincidental.